Those two whistles you just heard tell us that our engineer has received our all clear and we will be pulling out of the depot at any moment. As we get ready to depart, let me remind you of a couple of the safety rules you'll need to know for our trip today. Please remember to remain seated at all times. This does include small children, as they are not permitted to stand on your lap, on the seat, or on the floor. If you have small children in your group, please have them sit in the center portion of your seat with an adult on the outside edges. Also, remember to keep all body parts inside the car at all times, and the use of tobacco products is not permitted during our trip. Thank you.
And once again, folks, everybody just please remain seated. They're getting those gates down, and then we will begin moving, so everybody just please stay seated.
Here we go.
And now that we are moving, you folks here on these last few cars, look over to the left-hand side, wave goodbye to Depot Master Brianna. Tell her we'll see in a day or two, a week at the most. We have never been on longer than a week. Dollywood is known as the friendliest place in the Smokies. It's up to us to keep it that way, so at the count of three, give them a big old howdy. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hi. Over here on the right-hand side, that's Dollywood's very own old-fashioned grist mill. That's where they make that fresh made every single day. Cinnamon loaf breads. Make sure you stop in there before you leave the park to get your work or two, because one might not make it out to the car. And wave goodbye to conductor. Looks like we've got conductor Robin. Looks like she's out over here. I know one's fun. Thanks for letting us pass on through. Now just sit back and relax. Someone's hit up this old piece of history you're riding behind. December 7th, 1941 came the attack on Pearl Harbor and the United States involvement into World War II. It was determined that the United States Army needed a military highway to protect Alaska and its borders. So in 1942, the U.S. Army took over the White Pass and Yukon Railroad to begin construction of the Alcan Military Highway. In April of 1943, the Garland Locomotive Works at Eddystone, Pennsylvania, built this narrow gauge Mikado style engine number 192. She weighs over 211,000 pounds and is a dual coal-fired steam-driven type 282 locomotive. That 282 simply means she's got 2 wheels in the front, 2 in the back, and 8 large drive wheels in the middle. Over 280,000 tons of some large troops and materials trapped behind this engine and others just like her. 34 trains ran every single day, all in support of the road construction. Well, then in 9 months, what seemed impossible became possible, and the Alcan Military Highway was completed. I bet y'all didn't know you were riding behind a true veteran of World War II. We here at Dollywood are proud of all of our veterans, small branches of the military, and our thoughts and prayers go to everyone on active duty today. Do we have any veterans on board today? Raise your hand, please. All right, give them a round of applause, everyone. Thank you for your service. In 1960, engine 192 retired until 1961, where she was purchased by an East Tennessee theme park by the name of Rebel Railroad, and that is where she affectionately became known as Klondike Katie. Everybody look at the engine and wave to your engineer, Julie. She's the woman behind the bottle. Wave at her, folks. Klondike Katie has been from the evolution of the park from the Rebel Railroad, order us from $4 to and now present as always waiting to continue their tradition of hard work. And just sit back and listen to the engine as she pulls us up through the mountain. On the right-hand side, that's Dollywood Hill Suspension, Wildwood Road. That's where we have all those little attractions at. And also that's where later on tonight, that dance party, fireworks show, and drone show is all going to take place down there on Wildwood Road. If you look out there in the distance, you're going to see that big tall blue roller coaster. That is the Wild Eagle. It's going to take you 21 stories in the air, drop you 13 stories into a 110-foot loop at around 64 miles per hour. How many of y'all have rode the Wild Eagle? Raise your hand. And how many are not going to ride a Wild Eagle? Raise your hand. My goodness, the feathers are flying everywhere. You can actually go down there in the Wild Eagle merchandise shop and get you a t-shirt. It's big, bright yellow, and it says, "I'm a chicken." The Cherokee Indians call these mountains Chiconahay, which means land of blue smoke. It's not just a natural habitat with more flowering plants and trees than anywhere else in the United States. Even in the air, you hear the song of over 200 different species of birds in flight. The Smokies are a never-ending song that changes with each season and with each pair of eyes. We here at Dollywood, we're really trying to climb that candy. We like to let her show off every now and then. So everybody on the count of three, get up there, tell the engineer to blow her whistle. On the count of three, ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Blow her whistle. Think of that. Well, that was engineer Julie and contact 80, so thank you very much. If you look over to the left, you might be able to still see that portion of the Great Smoky Mountains, and you can see why it gets their name. Just trying to put those tree line there. They look like that majority of the year. Alright folks, coming around this clearance here, right on the left-hand side, looking at the very top of that mountain on the left-hand side. See that little house up there? Guess whose house that is? We don't know, it's a rental pad. Alright folks, I want to play some train music as we make our way back down through the mountain. Going to Camsport, There's the...
Wonder where that old man Dan Fletcher over there, Danley Brothers ahead. Are we going back down to Mexico?
Now over here on the left-hand side, all that digging going on there in the field. That's going to be part of Dollywood's newest expansion, and it's going to be introduced on August 5th, so stay tuned for more details on that. Hey everybody, what's the pile up there on the left side of the engine. Wait a minute, folks, he's one responsible for getting us up here today by hand shoveling all that coal to the firebox. On a busy day, conduct duties getting 5 tons of coal, drink 5,000 gallons of water, temperature 4 to 5,000 people up this mountain every single day. We here at Dollywood are proud of our engines and the guys and gals that operate them, and we hope that you've enjoyed riding behind them just as much as we do.
She's rolling 800
And over here on the left-hand side, that's Dollywood's 5-time award-winning wooden roller coaster, the Thunderhead. And then right behind that is that steel coaster, the Mystery Mine. It's full of white knuckle loops and a 85-foot sharp drop down to a northern mine track. So in just a few moments, we're going to be crossing the Owens Farm Crossing. And today is Conductor Robin's birthday. So she'll be standing out on the left-hand side in the conductor uniform. So whenever your car passes her, just hear very shortly, be as loud as you can, say, happy birthday, Robin. She'll be at the Owens Farm Crossing. Well, that big old howdy we going on the way out of town. Let's do it one more time. Last time of the trip. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Howdy! I know we can do better than that on another count of 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Howdy! Good job, folks. Good job. On the right-hand side, that's the Smoky Mountain River Rampage. It'll pull you off quick. And then right behind that, that green fenced area, that is the Rough and Roadway. You can drive one of those vintage 50s cars and you don't even need a license. On behalf of myself, Michael, here on the back, and my fellow conductor, Caleb, who's riding on the back of car 3, we want to thank everyone for riding the Dollywood Express today. Coming up on my right, that green building, that's Dollywood's very own full-service train shop, where our highly skilled engineers can build any engine from the wheels up to the smokestacks. And on the left-hand side, that is Country Fair.
Once again, folks, we would like to remind you to please remain seated until it is safe to exit. Please bear with us for a few moments when we stop. We have a few passengers on our last car that we'd like to give a little bit of a head start before everyone else exits. Thank you and enjoy yourself here in Dollywood.
Alright, as we pull into the depot, now's a good time to go ahead and collect anything you brought with you, such as hats, keys, cell phones, purses, wallets, souvenirs, shopping bags, and your children. Please don't forget your children. Grumpy old husbands are optional, please don't forget your kids. And as we pull back into the depot, I need everyone here on the train to please stay seated. Please stay seated even after we come to a complete stop, because we might end up going forwards and backwards, so everybody please stay seated until I'll let you know when it's safe to exit. And I do have a few folks here on this last car that need a head start getting off. So let's be respectful of them. And everybody please stay seated, and I will let you know when it is safe to exit. Just stay seated for me, folks. Stay seated. Stay seated, everybody.